How you doing, sir?
Oh, shit, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Okay.
Broke 2 a week.
I don't think they're very different than the prescribed ones that I got. They're just a little
We
more. I
put
guess,
all the money into the general
but I can still see
options.
it's right here.
And we
I
put
still
it
see,
on,
but it just
we
strains.
lost money.
I never had that
during
problem.
the
Damn, don't.
COVID. Through
Here's of this,
taxes,
bunch
through
of this screen.
revenues, through all of that, right? You can put it all in there, and you use it on whatever you need to use it. So we could say, belong to all the offices that go under.
Okay, we can get going here. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Good morning, everybody. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, everybody. Good morning, everybody here that would like to come before the Commissioner's Court to speak. It's not on the agenda. Or at any other time? Anybody on the, who else do we got here on the?
Judge.
Yes,
He signed up to speak, Chief LaRue, to speak on item number 13.
okay, you'll speak on that particular item when the agenda comes up, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, Chief, thank you. Anybody else?
Unless you want to move it up. Like.
Sure, Mr. LaRue, would you like to move it up right now? We'll open up that agenda item, that'd be good. That way we don't keep you here longer than you have to be here. Come on.
You wanna take action number 4, previous meetings and all
We'll
that?
do that. We'll do agenda item number 4, discuss, consider, take action on the minutes from previous meeting, guys.
Move to accept item number 4 is presented, Judge.
Okay, I have a motion.
I'll second the
And a
motion.
second, all those in favor?
Say
Aye.
This motion passes. And now we'll move on to agenda item number 13. Okay, discuss and consider, take action on request by Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez, to purchase Jaws of Life for Fremont Volunteer Fire Department using funds from line item 12-543-464, Fire Protection, Fremont Fire Department. Commissioner?
Judge, if I may, back in November 23rd of last year, we had a real bad accident there in Fremont in the entrance, in which 2 elderly people lost their lives, and one of them was actually trapped inside the car. And the system that the Fremont Volunteer Fire Department presently has is outdated and it's not properly working. So we waited on the neighboring county, which is Brooks County, to get over there, and it took approximately about over 2 hours
Very close to
for them
it,
to
yes.
get there to remove the bodies from the vehicle. And it was pretty embarrassing, not to say the least. So I got with the chief here and we discussed it, and so we needed to get the new piece of equipment. And I'm requesting to be able to get this equipment from the fire protection line item that we have here within the county, to be able to purchase these Jaws of Life. We had a
How about any grants? Have you
illustration.
submitted any grants?
illustration. No, I didn't look up to it because I knew we had this item funding here. And so they had an illustration with the equipment. They brought it over, we used it at the junkyard, and it works awesome. It's state of the art, real good equipment, and it's actually tied in with the same neighboring counties that they were able to use the same batteries, same equipment. So something happens, you can use it cross with each other. And it runs, it was 3 pieces of equipment.
Pardon?
And
The equipment was the jaws, the cutters, and a ram system.
yes, sir. And it runs for, I believe it was 32,000.
That's what they told me the price
And
was.
it was actually, they had a system that was a used system, was a year old, it was for 28,000, and when I talked to him, he said he would sell us a new one for 32, so I said, we'll go with a new one. He came back later on and told us that he would give us the upgraded system, the newest one available for the same price, so we went ahead and said yes to that, and we're just asking the court to accept this and try to see if we can get this item we can have something to be able to, actually, we had, when they did the illustration for us, the following day, we kept the equipment, and then the following couple of days, y'all had an incident where you had some horses trapped in there also.
Well, we didn't have the equipment that they showed us. We had our old system. We were able to get it up to where we could use it. We had a livestock trailer turned over with 3-4 horses in it. And we were able to use our old system to cut the rails off and stuff to get the horses out. But as far as being real reliable, no, we've had that stuff since 1988.
Have y'all submitted anything, Chief, to the
Pardon?
Texas Forest or any type of agency that has grants for the fire department
No, we haven't
at all?
talked to anybody, but we chose the one that. was
Chief, you've been there how long?
Pardon?
How long have you been there?
Me?
Yeah.
Since 1985.
And
And
are you familiar with the process of submitting for grants and
yes.
those meetings that y'all get? Do y'all have your board meetings that y'all have and submit? Y'all haven't had a board meeting?
We don't have a board. It's just just volunteers. So,
Volunteer fire board department, y'all don't have a board or anything?
What was the request? What was the amount of money?
It's 32,000.
32?
Yeah.
There's there is through the Texas Forest, and it's resolution or item 2604. And there's a grant, and it's only 1 page or 1.5 pages. And they fund for the rescue equipment. And I spoke with Yolanda Moran, our consultant for grants. She said she would do it for y'all if we would like for her to do it. And then whatever difference it is, we would pay it from this line item.
Which was telling me a little bit about that a while ago.
Yes.
There's different options and there's different ways, and I'm sure right now, during the current, state of emergency and the declaration, there's those funds available. And all we gotta do is submit or pick up the phone, and if that's what you're requesting, and maybe through TDM and expedite and
Yeah, 'cause
fast
it's
track
through
this deal,
TDM.
and then we can pay up the difference, yeah. I mean, those are things that I thought we had,
And is there any way we could just purchase the equipment and then reimburse?
I don't know, I have to check. We'll have
Because
to ask
I'd
about
hate
that.
to sit and wait here longer.
You can make a motion like that, Richard.
Yeah, okay.
pending, the grant.
But I'm almost certain that once you spend it, I don't think you can submit a
No.
grant,
You
apply.
have to, you have to apply for the grant, but they're already gonna have a meeting where they approve, they're already gonna have another meeting. March the 30th, I saw,
I know that.
where they approve whatever you submit. And, I mean, if it takes longer than that and it,
I
it's,
know volunteer fire departments take priority over the city, municipalities.
Why don't we give it a shot and do it that way, and you can put your motion that way, and we can submit a request or an application to Tatum and get that information here as soon as possible. I don't know if you have anybody that, how do y'all maintain or who keeps up with all the fire department records and,
My daughter's the secretary of the fire department.
okay, your daughter.
She's the one that's,
and Yolanda Moran, I don't know if she's there, but I even emailed her the application. So she can get with your dog and.
We could do that,
they
we
can
can do
fill
that
it
soon,
out.
and we can get that going on, and then we could give it a shot, and if not, then we can fund that during this next 60 days. Right now, it's gonna be a hot summer, and it's gonna be a windy summer, and so we do need to, but let's give it a shot, see if we can submit and get some of those funds from the state. We've been talking to them lately a lot, so they've been pretty good about making available resources and all kinds of stuff with these fires and the ongoing stuff, so.
Well, if I may, I would like to make the motion to go ahead and accept this and approve it pending the approval of the grant. And if not, we'll pay for it from here.
Right, yes.
Okay, that's
So I'd like to make a motion to go ahead and pay for it.
all right, we got a motion on
Get
the floor that
reimbursed.
way, in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, chief, we'll get with your daughter, the secretary, Ms. Moran, and see if we can get that application process going. And in the meantime, we can, we'll talk to Tatum and see if we can get that fast tracked and get it going, since we have a lot of, we were requesting some emergency declaration, but we're not met the threshold, believe it or not. There's fires in other counties that are a lot bigger, so we're not there yet, but hopefully not, but we should still get prepared for that, all right? Thank you, chief.
thank y'all.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay,
Which, if you just wanna get, which,
Undo.
if you wanna get his daughter's number, so Yolanda
I have
can
it.
call. Oh, okay,
thank you,
so
chief.
Yolanda can call.
We'll get that going, okay? Agenda item number 5, discuss, consider, take action on budget amendment request by County Judge Juan Rodriguez Jr. to transfer 6,000 from line item 12,510, 573 equipment to line item 1251, 499 contract janitorial services.
Commissioners Court, basically this request was made by the auditor's office. This is to cover some janitorial services that are being done in Fremont. And this has to do with the classification, the general line item that was being used. And this is just a shift of money, so it'll be taken out of the correct line item. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 6, discuss, consider, take action to retroactively authorize the county judge to sign all invoices, certifications, and any other necessary documentation related to the county transportation infrastructure fund grant program.
This is the one that we received, and we decided we're going to do West Lane.
You got with GrantWorks to change?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A while back.
Do you know,
Mm-hmm, yeah,
do you have
the resolution.
number 6?
6. Okay, guys, so what do you think? I got a resolution here. Special District Local Laws Code, okay. Jesse Howell, that's the director. Country groundwater, okay, all righty. Do we have any questions, commissioners, or do we gonna move along, or any discussion?
I don't know.
I mean, if GrantWorks approve it,
I make a motion to approve, we,
Yeah, we're looking at everything, obviously,
you
these
know, it's
certifications
been
need to
through
get,
our,
they're just
County
gonna
attorney,
redo
it's
the
been
paperwork to
reviewed.
change your
Yes.
road? Okay. I second the
I
motion.
have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. The resolution reads, the resolution amendment, whereas Jimos County authorized only the county auditor to sign all invoices, certifications, and any further necessary documentation related to the County Transportation Infrastructure Fund Grant Program on July 24th, 2020. And whereas the resolution dated July 24th, 2020 is hereby amended to retroactively authorize the county judge to also sign all invoices, certifications, and any other necessary documentation related to the County Transportation Infrastructure Fund Program. Therefore, the county judge is retroactively authorized and the county auditor is authorized to sign all invoice certifications and any other further necessary documentation related to the County Transportation Infrastructure Fund Grant Program. Okay. All right. Agenda item number 7, discuss, consider, and take action on the appointment to the Country Groundwater Conservation District by resolution of one director representing agricultural interests in Jim Wells County by Jim Wells County Commissioners Court. Director's term of office will run from June 1st, 2022 through May 31st, 2026. Any questions, guys? Jesse Howell, the director.
I think it's Jesse Howell, that's what I was reading a little while ago.
That's who was.
Nominated,
I
appointed.
make a motion to accept the item as presented, Judge.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor
I'll second the
and a
motion.
second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. The resolution reads, be it resolved that on the 25th of day of March 2022, the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court convene in regular session, and upon the request of the Jim Wells County Commissioners, the following item was placed on the agenda of the said court for such meeting pursuant to Government Code 551.041, Vernon's Texas Civil Statutes, the Texas Open Meetings Act, to be considered, discussed, and act on the appointment of a director to serve on the Brush Country Groundwater Conservation District Board of Directors to represent the agricultural interests of the territory outside the corporate limits of the city of Alice and not in the Kennedy County Groundwater Conservation District. The appointment would be made in accordance with the enabling act of the Brush Country Groundwater Conservation District, whereas the Brush Country Groundwater Conservation District was created by Senate Bill 2456 in 2009 to preserve and protect the groundwater resources within the territory of Brooks, Jim Hogg, Hidalgo, and Jim Wells counties, whereas Senate Bill 2456, as codified in Chapter 8852 of the Special District Local Laws Code, requires the Commissioners Court of Jim Wells County to appoint a certain number of directors to serve on the district's board of directors no later than the June 1st of each even-numbered year, whereas a director must be appointed by June 1st, 2022 to represent the agricultural interests of Jim Wells County and to serve a 4-year term because the current director's term expires June 1st, 2022. Whereas Jim Wells County appoints Jesse Howell as a director to represent the county interests of territory of Jim Wells County outside the corporate limits of the city of Alice and not in Kennedy County Groundwater Conservation District of the district's board of directors. Now therefore be it resolved, passed, and approved on the 25th day of March 2022. Any other? I move that we accept this agenda item as presented. There's a motion on the floor.
Yeah, we already made it, yeah.
We did?
We voted.
Yeah,
on it.
we
done?
voted on it.
You were just reading the resolution.
Okay.
There you go.
No, this is the one we gotta sign here.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Number 8,
number 8, discuss, consider, take action, authorize county judge with assistance of law firm of O'Hanlon, Demerith, and Castillo to negotiate and finalize terms of agreement regarding the Jim Wells County Talitha Solar Project tax abatement proposal. Commissioners, any questions? I know Commissioner Garcia and I were on the phone.
well, we have to start somewhere, so I think that's a good starting point,
Right.
Judge.
Yep.
You know, having that firm, you know, help us with the abatement.
Yes, that'll be a good,
I make a motion to approve.
okay, I have a motion on the floor.
A second.
The second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, guys, that's good. It's a good deal for the county, once they get it all together. Agenda item number 9, discuss, consider, and take action to accept lease termination notice from Ana C. Barrera and to authorize advertising the request for proposals for successor tenant for courthouse snack bar.
So she's gonna, when is she leaving, Judge?
There's no,
30-day, after that 30-day notice, so Friday, April the 8th, yeah. Okay, I move that we accept this agenda item as presented.
I'll second.
And a second, all those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 10, discuss, consider, take action of text dot materials donated to county to distribute based on percentage of road mileage for each precinct. Okay, here we are. This is what I had heard about the last Commissioners Court meeting. There was some debate and discussion about the proposed ways and options as to how to distribute. I know that there's a traditional way of doing it, so I'll open it up to you guys and let's see where we go from here.
Well, you know, TxDOT has a letter from the judge's office requesting that it be split in four different, with the four different commissioners in equal shares.
So that's this procurement now, or this, what's available
This
right
is a-
now?
this
It's
is-
already
This is a
been,
letter that TxDOT has. I think they received it about a month ago from the judge's office requesting that it be shared in equal.
So, but it hasn't been distributed yet.
yes, but it's already been accepted by
Yeah,
TxDOT
Yeah,
as,
TxDOT accepted it, you know, it was sent about a month ago. They actually told us about it back in October 21. So, you know, the letter was sent, like always, by the office of the judge, request to be split in equal shares.
That's what's traditionally done, but I think that the reason this agenda item, y'all wanna, anything to say about it, commissioners? Everybody else?
I just feel that if, you know, if you've got material, it should go by the amount of roads you have. Because the more roads, the more mileage, the more material you'll need. The less roads, the less material you'll need. So, I mean, it's actually a no-brainer. I don't understand. I mean, I talked to a lot of people, constituents in Orange Grove, and there's not one of them that said it should. I mean, they're all like, excuse me, what? You know, 4 ways, and everybody's different. I mean, the mileage.
I've talked to all of mine also, they said the same thing.
Said what?
I talked to all of my constituents also, they felt that everybody got the same population, so it should be split.
Well, population, it should be road mileage.
It should be whatever the judge decided.
Well,
You know, so it's
actually-
always been traditionally split.
Yeah, but that's traditional. Just because it's traditional doesn't mean
Okay,
it's
let me give
right.
you an example. The oil distributor, chip distributor, it was $300,000. We paid the same amount. We should have paid half of what you paid.
Well, but the thing, okay, so
Okay,
well,
but,
we're
okay,
not
this,
talking
this,
about
this is
distributor.
what I'm seeing
Yes,
here.
yeah,
And of course,
you know, you're talking about share.
I wasn't here when I got the distributor. I don't know. It might have been different.
And just-
It was, you know,
and
it was
just in
split
fairness-
so anything
by
having to do
equal.
with road equipment, road,
just to clarify the
materials
matter, I
should
know
go-
that the commissioner mentioned that the judge, I don't know what judge, but, you know, looking at this formula, how it was created, I didn't have anything to do with this particular tradition or this particular formula. So I'm looking at it right now, I'm looking at the mileage, I'm looking at the breakdown, and I understand other equipment and other projects that are shared evenly through the precinct. And so that's your position, because I know that your mileage shows here. And then, of course, Commissioner Gonzalez, I haven't heard anything from you on the 178 miles. You don't need that extra asphalt, or you're fine with the tradition?
Well, actually, what I've always understood from the day that I came in and prior to that, my understanding was that TxDOT gives it to the county judge, that the county judge disperses it however he wishes.
Sure.
It
right,
doesn't have to be equally
but
done to
until this,
everybody.
up until now.
So
we
I
never had
can
this
see,
issue.
I can see where people say we have more mileage, stuff like that. I would have a stronger argument if it was talking about funding. We're talking about wrap material. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy and say that I should have more than anybody else because I'm the biggest one. But it is very useful, and we do have more mileage. But it's given to the county judge. He disperses however he wants.
Okay,
I
but-
cannot see how the TxDOT is gonna tell us, you give it to this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. No, he doesn't do that. He gives it to the county judge. I've had that argument with him before, and I say, you don't tell me how much I get. The judge tells me how much he wants to disperse to every one of us. That's what I always understood it
To
was.
clarify it, yeah, and this is not anything that anybody wants to control or do or whatever needs to be done. Like, I don't know why they put it on the county judge. county just does, normally doesn't, y'all know what mileage and what roads y'all need, so I don't know. It doesn't even make sense dumping it on the county judge like a lot of other stuff, but here we are. I'm gonna look at this carefully, and I'm gonna look at this thing. I move that we table this agenda item so I can talk to Mr. Lucio about this. And if we need more material, like he told me before, we'll,
We can always request more.
and
yes,
you
that's
know,
what he told me, so. I'm just gonna put this-
Mr.
So I
Judge,
can request.
I've
exactly
made
what mileage
contact in the years prior to the
Transportation.
Mr. Canales, Transportation Department
Mhm.
Administrator, and to be able to get more. That stuff's been sitting there for 5-6 years,
This
and
is
it's
the
an
third year that
embarrassment.
we're
You know,
taking-
we should
For the
just have
same
it all.
area.
I can't see why we just can't have it all.
I agree,
You
but
know,
now,
and it's an
now,
embarrassment, besides a health,
and-
safety issue in the middle of the highway.
We're arguing about $6,000.
yeah, right. We're not gonna argue about it. That's why we're gonna move forward here,
You know,
and we're gonna get the
can you
material we need.
You know,
That
if I
everybody
would have
needs.
had, if I would have a budget of $1.7 million.
Right.
You think I'd be arguing about $6,000?
No, and I understand your point, and I understand these roads, and I understand the mileage, and I'm gonna look at it.
And
I'm
to
just
say that
giving-
last year we used it, I used a lot of mine, Mr. Garcia, at the fairgrounds, and you did the same thing. So, like I said, I'm not arguing
was
about anything. I'm
applied
just
to the
discussing and
fairgrounds?
putting things on the table, but, you know, it's, once you start using this stuff, you're gonna kind of pull back a little bit. I don't think it's as good as we all think it is. It
Probably
gives you a lot
not,
of trouble
the
if you don't use it
material.
right. But we've used it at the fairgrounds, where everybody did their part,
I
and
ran out of material, actually about a month ago, you know, so.
We
I
ran
did
out.
use
Well,
it.
I know you all have all used it, and I know we used it at the fairgrounds and on different
Well,
grounds.
I
and
know
different
because of my budget, I use it for potholes, you know.
the best thing we can do, and I think the smartest thing to do is just table this item, and I'll find out exactly, because like I said, if there's more material needed for certain areas, we'll request that and get that. And they need to distribute that, so I move that we table this agenda item to.
I
the next
second the
one.
motion.
A second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Check that out. I didn't have this. I wish I'd have had, yeah.
That's the paper.
Agenda item number 11, discuss, consider, take action, authorize R.E. Garcia and Associates to solicit bids for construction of drainage improvements for GLO CDBG DR Grant 18-396-000B105.
This is for the retention pond that's on Johnson Street, the Moser property that we purchased.
Yeah.
We need to move forward and start cleaning up the area and excavating the pond.
Alrighty.
Judge, hi Commissioners. This is Rachel Thomas from GrantWorks, the project manager. So I am here if you have any questions regarding this. But as Commissioner Gonzalez just said, we are almost ready to move forward with soliciting bids. And we would just like to request authorization to do so.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
I have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And
Aye.
all those opposed? Motion passes. Discuss, consider, take action, or authorize the submission of a grant application by the Office of Constable Precinct 1 to the Office of Governor for purchase of rifle-resistant body armor. Have Constable?
First of all, honorable members of the court, it's a privilege to come before you today. Let me say that. I appreciate all your hard work and everything you do for us.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to say that the constables, Jimos County Constables, we formed a constables coalition. What we're doing is we're working collectively. What we've done is work collectively so we can establish those identified needs that we may have throughout the different areas of the county. You know, our county is very big, very long, and we have distinctive needs from one end, from the north end, all the way down to the south end. So what we've done is we've looked to see what those, identified those needs that we have, and then look for ways that we can meet those needs in a way that is not a burden on the taxpayers, one. So any kind of grant opportunities that we have, I remember last year we capitalized on, it was back in the middle of the pandemic, and we had COVID-19 supplies. And we were able to, and they dispersed those funds throughout all the different precincts. And we use those to I use mine for our senior center, for our seniors, the senior apartments, our fire department. We used those supplies for that. So it was very handy. This year, what we've done is we've identified, and we have a grant writer that, and she's doing this, bless her heart, Miss Michelle Martinez, and she's online right now. But she's donated her time to apply for this grant for us, to put in the work that it takes to get all of this done.
It does take a lot of work.
It does. And what this one, and the grant I'm referring to is the 22-23 rifle. It's called, you can imagine, when it comes to law enforcement, we have different needs, distinct needs. There has been an uptick in assaults and actually deaths involving constables throughout not only the state of Texas, but across the country. It seems like there's more disregard, or the people are more brazen. And so when constables go around performing their duties, and they're getting attacked and some actually killed. So one of the things that we have
Not brazen, it's mental health and crazy.
Well, that's another issue.
No courage there.
In
Just
fact,
a lot of-
today I'll be attending a training, a mental health training. I know I saw Ms. Gonzalez. I think you were going to attend that, but you're tied up here too with the K cost. And that's because we're talking about youth. We're talking about adults. It knows no bounds. So
There's no
no, sir.
discrimination.
This grant is called a rifle resistant body armor grant. These monies come from the Texas Governor's Office. The grant amount is for $21,253.02, which will purchase 19 body armor units, vests, which will be dispersed throughout all the different constables' offices from the north side to the south side. No matching funds. That's the big part. No matching funds required. And so we respectfully request that you would accept the resolution, and I believe it's in your packet, right, for consideration today, so that we can move forward with this. These monies would become available September of 22, so we can make those expenditures in September 22 once the new fiscal year starts.
I make a motion to authorize the submission of a grant.
Thank you, ma'am.
I have
Thank
a
you, sir.
question- I have a question, Judge. And I don't mean any disrespect or anything, but don't we have to make a motion to allow somebody to go go for a grant or anything like that?
No.
No, we don't have to?
Well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, basically, we're authorizing that, and then they're gonna take action on it after.
Right. We've not taken any official action. What we've done is we've done
The
the,
authorization right now to have them submit the grant. This is what
Exactly.
we do most of the time.
Right.
We're just authorizing that.
yes, the opportunity is there. There's thousands of grants that are available. We research what grants are available that could be applicable, that we may qualify for.
Well, we talk about that all the time, and the
Yes, sir.
problem is that there's nobody to write the grant. and
Exactly.
administer it. And you have somebody, fortunately, that it's
Yes.
volunteering their time.
Yes, she's volunteering her
Does
time.
That, yeah.
And what she does is she collects the information, she starts to see what the funding source requires, what the timeframes are, because that's another thing with grants, it's all about time
Deadlines.
constraints. And so that has been done. But now you're looking at September, and here we are, March, and we're already looking to you to approve this so that we can move forward and take official action on this.
Appreciate that being, taking the initiative there
Yes, sir.
and saving the taxpayers a lot.
Well, that's key for us.
Right. Let the governor open up the checkbook.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you right now, and I see Ms. Moran on there. Please know too that we've visited with Ms. Moran. We were the first departments. Actually, because we've created this coalition of constables, this constables coalition. We all met together with Ms. Moran. So we identified our needs, and what we did was synthesize that, and we've already put it down, and we've submitted to her our request proposals for these upcoming ARPA funds. Which, and of course, that's another subject, but
Thank
we
you
have
very
done that
much.
and forwarded to Ms.
Thank you
Moran.
very much for this, and I have a motion on the floor. I have a
Thank you, sir. I
motion
appreciate you.
and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion
Thank you.
passes.
God bless all of you.
Thank you, sure.
Which one?
Agenda
I know
item.
your question is like when we have to go out for an RFP and an RFQ, but those are like the bigger grants that have to be
Okay. I just want to make sure we're just not jumping the gun. That's good.
administrative.
Thanks.
Agenda item number 13.
We did.
Agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, and take action to approve county treasurer's report and other monthly reports.
I make a motion to approve. It was
I'll
submitted
second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, take action to approve county auditors reports.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Noe.
The first thing I'm gonna go over is the county auditor's report ending for February of 2028. We have, in the revenue section for general fund, we have collected 69%.
Mr. Gomez, was that 2028 or 2022?
February 28,
There you go.
2022.
Thank you, sir. All right. We're ahead of ourselves here a little bit. Thank you, Noe.
On the general fund, we've collected actual of $12,137,89.77, or 69% of the revenue for the general. The road and bridges have collected 62%. Overall, everybody, all the funds and general fund, we have collected 66% of our annual of what we're gonna get for the year. All of the different department expenditures are listed. Like I've said before, if anybody is over the amount, which it should be 17 or more than 17 this time around, please get with us and we'll go ahead and see why it's. The general fund is at 15%. And overall, expenditures are at 15%, and like I said, 17 is the percent for this month, so we have a 2% variance, positive variance. The next one is going to be the sales tax report for February of 2022, and we have received $267,983.12. Last year at this time, we had received $228,238.67. So roughly this year compared to last year, we're ahead $104,000. So we've had two very good months starting the year, which are very good indication of hope it continues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noe.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, agenda item number 16, discuss, consider, take action on payroll bills that's submitted by county auditor with exemption of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I make a motion to approve the bills that were
I'll second.
submitted previously.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Any other discussion or any questions, commissioners? This is a pretty quick, fast meeting here. I move that we adjourn this meeting.
I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned. All right. Check this stuff out.